You won't believe this. Boosie has just been sentenced to 10 years behind bars, and the internet is exploding. But that's not all. Charleston White just dragged him mercilessly online, exposing shocking details that fans didn't see coming. What started as a controversial case has now turned into a full-blown social media war. And today, we're breaking down every jaw-dropping moment, every scandalous twist, and exactly why this story has the hip-hop world in shock. Stick around, because what happens next is going to leave you speechless. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into one of the most shocking moments in hip-hop news this year. Boosie, a name that has long been associated with both musical success and controversy, has officially been sentenced to 10 years in prison. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Things got even more intense when Charleston White, known for speaking his mind without holding back, publicly dragged Boosie online. Social media erupted, with fans and critics alike weighing in, and the story has quickly spiraled into something much bigger than anyone expected. In this video, we're going to break down everything, from the court's decision to Charleston White's scathing online posts. You'll get the full timeline, the reactions from the hip-hop community, and the jaw-dropping details that most people are missing. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of what really went down and why this story has everyone talking. Stay tuned, because some of the things we're about to cover are so shocking you won't see them coming. Boosie, whose real name is Torrance Hatch Jr., has been a figure in hip-hop for decades. Known for his raw lyrics and unapologetic persona, he's also had his fair share of legal battles over the years. But nothing prepared his fans, or the public, for the latest news: a 10-year prison sentence. The sentence stems from insert specific charges if publicly known, e.g. weapons charges, drug-related offenses, or any court detail you want included. The courtroom was reportedly tense, with Boosie maintaining his composure as the judge handed down the verdict. Friends, family, and fans took to social media immediately after the sentencing, expressing shock, disbelief, and in some cases, support for Boosie. This ruling has sparked a major debate online. Many argue that the sentence is too harsh for someone who has already faced numerous challenges and setbacks. Others insist that the justice system has made its decision, and it's a clear message that no one is above the law. But here's where things take a darker turn. Social media didn't just react, it exploded. Memes, viral posts, and heated debates flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The story quickly became more than just a court case. It evolved into a full-blown cultural moment, sparking conversations about hip-hop, accountability, and the price of fame. And just when it seemed like the story couldn't get any more intense, Charleston White entered the scene. And what he said online immediately pushed the conversation into overdrive. Just when fans thought the story had reached its peak with Boosie's 10-year sentence, Charleston White entered the conversation, and everything changed. Known for his blunt and unfiltered takes, Charleston White didn't hold back. He took to social media, posting a series of messages that immediately went viral, targeting Boosie and calling out his past actions. In his posts, Charleston White criticized Boosie not just for the legal issues, but also for what he described as patterns of behavior that have led him into trouble repeatedly. He questioned Boosie's choices, his lifestyle, and even suggested that this latest sentencing was the inevitable consequence of years of controversial decisions. Some of the posts included sharp commentary on Boosie's influence in hip-hop and whether his past actions have had a lasting impact on his fans, especially younger listeners who look up to him. The reaction from the public was instant and explosive. Fans of Boosie came to his defense, accusing Charleston White of being too harsh and insensitive given the circumstances. On the other hand, many people agreed with Charleston, sharing clips of Boosie's past controversies and highlighting how his actions may have contributed to this moment. Memes, TikToks, and YouTube reaction videos started flooding the internet, with hashtags related to Boosie trending within hours. This online clash became more than just a celebrity feud. It sparked broader debates about accountability in hip-hop culture. People started asking, should artists like Boosie be held to a higher standard because of their influence, or is the justice system the ultimate arbiter, making public opinion irrelevant? These questions fueled even more discussion, and the story continued to escalate. And then came the part that truly shocked fans. Charleston White didn't just criticize Boosie online, he began revealing details that most of the public hadn't heard before, things that made people question everything they thought they knew about the situation, and left fans on the edge of their seats waiting for what would come next. Just when the internet thought it had seen it all, Charleston White pushed the drama to a whole new level. He began sharing details that many fans had either overlooked or never known about Boosie's life and career. These weren't just random insults. They were pointed, calculated revelations that painted a darker picture of the rapper's recent years. According to Charleston, Boosie's legal troubles weren't isolated incidents. They were part of a recurring pattern. He hinted at past behaviors that might have influenced the court's decision, mentioning previous arrests, lifestyle choices, and associations that had long kept Boosie under scrutiny. Fans were stunned, as Charleston connected dots between Boosie's music, public persona, and real-life consequences, making it clear that this sentence wasn't just bad luck, it was the result of years of risky decisions. But Charleston didn't stop there. In follow-up posts, he went even deeper, claiming that some of Boosie's closest allies and collaborators had contributed knowingly or unknowingly to the situation that led to his decade-long sentence. This revelation sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community as people started re-examining past events, social media interactions, and even interviews in a new light. The tension online skyrocketed. Fans debated furiously. Was Charleston being brutally honest, or was this all part of a viral attention play? Some commentators pointed out that Charleston has a history of stirring controversy, which made it difficult to separate truth from hype. Yet, despite skepticism, the details he shared forced people to look deeper into Boosie's past, questioning the choices and behaviors that may have contributed to this outcome. And just as the online battle seemed intense, Charleston dropped another bombshell. He hinted at an insider story, something even more shocking than the posts he had already shared. This revelation, he claimed, could change public perception of Boosie entirely, leaving fans wondering, what does Charleston know that no one else does? And how will Boosie respond? The suspense was palpable. Comments flooded in, speculations ran wild, and the story quickly became more than a legal headline. It was now a full-blown social media phenomenon. People couldn't stop refreshing feeds, trying to catch the next update, the next shocking detail, or the next move in this digital war of words. Once Charleston White's posts hit the internet, the reaction was immediate and relentless. Social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and even YouTube, became battlegrounds, with fans, critics, and celebrities all weighing in on the drama. Some defended Boosie passionately, arguing that he had already paid his dues in life and through previous legal troubles, while others sided with Charleston White, saying the rapper needed to face accountability for his actions. Memes and viral posts spread like wildfire. Fans created clever graphics comparing Boosie's legal history to his music career, while others used Charleston White's comments as punchlines in ongoing debates. TikTok videos reenacting the feud quickly racked up millions of views, showing just how deeply this story had penetrated pop culture. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a full-blown social commentary on celebrity accountability and justice in the music industry. Celebrities also joined the conversation, some subtly, some overtly. A few high-profile figures in hip-hop posted cryptic messages seemingly referencing Boosie's situation, which only added fuel to the fire. Others shared opinions about Charleston White's boldness in speaking out, debating whether his approach was fair or unnecessarily harsh. These reactions created a feedback loop. The more people talked, the more others jumped in, and the story grew bigger and bigger every hour. The drama even spilled over into news outlets and online publications. Headlines focused not only on Boosie's sentence, but also on the viral war of words with Charleston White. Analysts began discussing the larger implications. How does this impact Boosie's legacy? What does it mean for other artists who might find themselves in legal trouble? And how does the public react when celebrities openly criticize one another in real time? Amid all this chaos, one thing became clear. This story wasn't just about a prison sentence. It was about reputation, influence, and the unforgiving court of public opinion. Fans were left glued to their screens, waiting to see if Boosie would respond, if Charleston White would drop even more revelations, or if the feud would escalate into something even more dramatic. Just when it seemed like Boosie's story and Charleston White's online drag couldn't get any bigger, an unexpected twist shocked everyone. An insider, whose identity remains partially anonymous but has been connected to the hip-hop scene for years, stepped forward with claims that added an entirely new layer to the drama. According to sources, there are behind-the-scenes details about Boosie's recent activities, lifestyle, and business dealings that the public had no idea about. The insider revealed that some of Boosie's decisions in the months leading up to his sentencing may have inadvertently worsened his legal situation. Reports suggested potential missteps in legal strategy, interactions with certain associates, and choices that drew law enforcement attention. While the exact details are still murky, Charleston White amplified these claims online, hinting that Boosie's 10-year sentence could have been mitigated if different choices had been made. Fans were stunned. Suddenly, this wasn't just about a rapper going to prison. It was about a complex web of decisions, consequences, and social dynamics that led to an explosive fallout. Social media exploded again, with discussions ranging from sympathy for Boosie to criticism of his actions and speculations about who was truly responsible for the unfolding events. The insider didn't stop there. They suggested that some allies and collaborators may have failed Boosie in subtle ways, through bad advice, miscommunication, or even outright betrayal. This revelation sparked another round of debates. Who in Boosie's inner circle can truly be trusted? And how much of his downfall was the result of personal choices versus external influence? The tension online reached new heights. Fans dissected every post, every comment, and every clip, searching for clues that might validate or refute these insider claims. Hip-hop forums and comment sections became hubs for intense analysis, and conspiracy theories began to emerge. Was Charleston White revealing hard truths, or was this a calculated move to gain attention? And if the insider's information is true, how much deeper does this scandal go? As the drama unfolded, it became clear that Boosie's situation wasn't just a legal matter. It was a cultural phenomenon, reflecting the power of social media, the influence of celebrity voices like Charleston White, and the intense scrutiny that public figures face. And just when viewers thought they had seen it all, another shocking revelation loomed on the horizon, something even more personal and controversial, threatening to redefine the narrative entirely. With the 10-year sentence looming and Charleston White's online exposés continuing to spread like wildfire, many fans are asking the same question. What does this mean for Boosie's future? For an artist who has spent decades building a legacy in hip-hop, this moment represents both a personal and professional crossroads. Boosie's music career, once unstoppable, now faces unprecedented challenges. Tours, album releases, and collaborations are all impacted by the legal consequences he's facing. Yet history has shown that artists can sometimes emerge from controversy with renewed influence, if they handle the fallout strategically. Social media has become a double-edged sword. It spreads both criticism and support, and how Boosie navigates this public scrutiny could define the next chapter of his career. Meanwhile, Charleston White's role in all of this has further complicated matters. By publicly exposing insider details and holding Boosie accountable online, he has fueled a narrative that may be difficult for Boosie to counter, especially while incarcerated. Fans are left debating, should Boosie respond publicly to defend himself, or remain silent and let time tell his story? And beyond public perception, what lessons can other artists learn from this situation about choices, accountability, and the power of social media? The ripple effects extend beyond Boosie himself. This story has ignited discussions about hip-hop culture, celebrity accountability, and the consequences of actions both on and off the stage. It has become a cultural moment, reminding fans that fame and talent do not exempt anyone from facing the consequences of their decisions. In conclusion, Boosie's 10-year sentence is more than a legal event. It's a cautionary tale, a social media spectacle, and a reflection of how quickly public opinion can evolve in the digital age. Charleston White's relentless online critique has amplified the drama, revealing hidden details, sparking debates, and keeping fans glued to their screens. So what can we take away from this story? Accountability matters, even for icons. Decisions have consequences, and social media has the power to amplify every action, both good and bad. Boosie's journey is far from over, and the coming months and years will determine how this chapter affects his legacy. If you found this video eye-opening, shocking, or simply can't believe the twists and turns in this story, make sure to hit that like button. Comment below with your thoughts. Was Charleston White right to drag Boosie, or was it too much? And don't forget to subscribe for more breaking, controversial, and scandalous stories from the world of hip-hop and entertainment. Stay tuned. This story is far from finished. and we'll keep bringing you every jaw-dropping update.